baka arikabana ya hinamula lugana laruduna gura baka oh manigana ya landine oh anyagana mutu arabo
Martinez, Aurelio Martinez. This guy, oh my goodness.
Magic.
Look, if they sell him in cans, I buy 3, 4, 5, I'm gonna have a party. You know, that's the way it is. That's with Aurelio. Hey, feel away. Why feel away? It's a benefit concert coming up, man, and we're so glad that we could actually have these folks in to tell us, Kev, exactly what will be going on with this benefit concert. In with us for this morning, for our second segment, actually, is none other than Tanya Stevens! No, we don't like that, you know. That's how we are. That's how we are. And of course, we've got Aurelio Martinez. Let's start, you know. And of course, we always have this lady with us, Barbara, Booby, Barbara, Money. Guys, it's so nice to have you in. Welcome and good morning. It's a fun Friday, man. We're about to have some fun.
Yeah.
We had some fun listening to that song. It's so nice to have you in. Barbara.
Oh, Lord. Why you say 3 times?
Because, see, when it comes to you, it's, you know, everybody else could be a tree, but you come to us as a mahogany. You always have something going on. You know? But that's the feel. As long as you come around, there's always something good for the people. So you know, it's so nice to have you in. Aurelio, it's so nice to have you in. Welcome, y bienvenido. Gracias. And of course, hey, welcome, man.
Thank you for having me back home.
Yes, this is actually a home for us. So let's talk about this benefit concert, guys. Feel away. Bob, I'm sure it's you. Or somebody came up with this
Bigger than.
I won't take any credit for anything. I'm here because I was approached by Arlette Gomez.
So Miss Art.
So that Arlette, you know, Arlette should have been the 4th person on the chair, but the chair can only go handle 3 apparently.
You go sit on side.
So I'll give her the credit that I'm here basically because of her.
So it's about
we were sitting in her living room in
New York,
Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Virginia.
And we saw the Feel Away ad. Me, Arlette and Aurelio. And I said, hey, Aurelio, because I think Aurelio got an award for representing the Garifuna people last November. Yeah. And I said, look at this venture, it would be a good thing. And Aurelio said, I'm on. Yeah. So we contacted Miss Nadia Carlis because initially we were working, we would have been here because Tanya and Aurelio are here to produce a musical collaboration. Tanya
Wow.
begged for a Paranda song long time. She have it now. So that's the mission. Yes.
You see that look, right? My gosh.
That's the mission. So I told Arlette, all right, so we're going to be there. Why don't Aurelio perform for ecumenical for free? Aurelio said, that's no problem. We contacted the teacher. Yes, ma'am. And then I said, well, Aurelio can't get on without Tanya. So I called Tanya and said, hey, the high school is doing this, that. I went to ecumenical. I'm from Dangriga. Can you play for them for free? And Tanya said, yes. And that's it
Just
right
like
there.
that.
Just like that. Not a dime.
Wow.
Not a dime.
Yes.
You know what? It comes to me, just listening to it now, it comes to me that more than a dime. It comes to me that, especially when it comes to the Feel Away, it's a benefit concert. I want to extend a big thank you to both of you. Reason being is because to us, you're idols. Money can't pay for this. And this is the vision that they've seen. It's a contribution. It's a contribution for life. So thanks to both of you, man. But what's the feel like? What's the feel like, Tanya? Well, you got this call, and then, like you mentioned, well, it feels so good for you to be back home. What's that feel for you knowing that you'll be contributing?
Well, the thing is, it's not a favor from me because this is my environment.
Yeah.
I am a Caribbean child. I mean, geographically, I'm Jamaican, but I don't feel like I'm just Jamaican. That's too small for some. My personality is big. I belong to the entire region.
Careful, you get met at the airport, I say Jamaican. Careful.
No, I said that in Jamaica. I am a child of the region, and I feel like this is my home too.
Yes.
And from the first time I came here, I was embraced. I've never felt anything but welcome, ever. And then this lady became my friend, and we've been talking about doing something together forever. And so this is all coming together so organically. It feels so good. And then asking me to do that was like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. And she could have said yes without asking me, because she knows I would do it.
Yeah. Aurelio, what about for you?
So it's an extension of my work in Belize. A long time ago, we started to do this kind of collaboration, and I visited the entire school and the entire country in Belize, free. Even nobody knows about what I'm doing, because I remember my good friend passed away, Andy Palacio.
Yes.
He's proud around to be a Garifuna and keep alive our culture. We feel like the same. When I see somebody else doing something around our children, around our tradition, around to be more professional musician in Belize, I have to be a part. I'm just an extension of my work. As somebody, I feel Tanya and my good friend Marshall Montano is supporting me. Supporting Andy Palacio, supporting Gabaga Williams, supporting Uni Aranda, supporting, many people pass away, trying to do something around our culture, around Belize. So it's just an extension of our work. So I have to mention Ivan Duran, Stone Tree Record from Belize, doing a lot of things to be this music international. So this is, maybe we are taking back a little bit from this, when we start to do the Paranda project, first time here in Belize. So young people trying to build his own career. So now we're trying to build a school to teach the children how to make better music. So it's a passion. I'm like, I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here.
It's interesting to watch the quadrangle. I hope that's the proper term. We have our Jamaican sister who has come home. We have many times I forget you're not Belizean. I hope you...
I'm a Belizean.
Born Belizean.
But we have somebody who's grounded in Honduras. Yeah. And we have a Trinidadian brother as well, supporting a Belizean initiative. What accounts for that ability to just meet on the same plane and the platform of music and what it does for us as a people on a whole, that you think this is an initiative that can really make a change?
Well, I think, first of all, music removes all boundaries. We don't have boundaries between. I mean, when you listen to people from other sectors of life get together, you see the boundaries. But with us musicians, when we meet, we're family. First and foremost, we're family. We don't need anybody to introduce us to each other. We walk into a room and we just bond. That's what happens, because we just met yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, for the first, we've spoken on the phone and on WhatsApp and stuff, but we physically just met yesterday, but we're already family. And wait until you hear what we make, because I know this is going to be amazing. But this is it. Music does that. Music brings us together and it removes all the boundaries. So it's not a task. I don't even want to brag and to take any credit for doing anything special, because it really don't feel special to us. We just live in.
and ironically, it was. I don't want to say divine intervention, but when I spoke to Nadia from Ecumenical and gave her the itinerary for Tanya and Aurelio, because we were playing with dates, and once we confirmed the dates, she said that's exactly, in fact, Marshall and his entourage and Aurelio's itinerary were exactly the same.
Wow.
We were on the same flight.
Our ancestors.
Same flight, without any kind of communication. He said, "Oh my God, that's going to be easy," because in fact I spin around and Arlette could tell you that we have been having moments where we just look upon one another and say, "What is this?" Because that is what she and I weren't supposed to be here at some point too. So I just believe that, and Tanya's constant harassment over the years, from time to time. So
Yeah, I'm obsessive.
when may I get my paranda? We met in New York. So when I will get my paranda? I said, look, we are finding the right time and the artist, and it's just going to come together. And then I was in D.C. doing some work with Arlette. We had Aurelio at the Organization of American States performing. Then he did IDB, and he made a presentation on the plight of the Garifuna people and the indigenous people. And you understand me? So the thing is understanding the depth of who Tanya is and the depth of what Aurelio comes with. Then we can't get deeper than that.
I remember when we started to do this project, international project for the Paranda music. And we don't believe that we're gonna go somewhere with this music. You know, I don't believe we're gonna be recognized for other people in Europe and England and you know, and Australia and you know, all over the world. You know, we touch the entire continent around the world with this music. So now we have an Afropop Hall of Fame in New York. First time the Garifuna people have Afropop Hall of Fame. You know, just to African people, you know, give this recognition, this award, and we have it already. You know, and what makes Andy Palacio have the most important recognition. And now Tanya Stevens is here, you know, and now Marcel Montano is trying to do something, and so we are uniting by music, you know.
Everybody feel away.
I definitely want for us to touch on the benefit concert, but before we get there, in terms of who or what or tickets and whatnot, what got you into Paranda?
Yes, that's the question. Why
what got you into it?
Caribbean indigenous culture is so sexy, it's so appealing. It's something that you don't. I'm Caribbean. But if I wasn't, I would still be drawn. Because it's something that speaks to your soul. You know, it feels good. I've done Zouk. I've done soca. I do everything. I want to be a part of all of this. Nothing is going to leave me behind. I have to be in.
And for me, it's what year did you come? Couple of years ago, Tanya came. We brought Tanya for the 19th of November because of her interest in the Garifuna culture. And my rationale for that was that if you want to be a part of the Garifuna music, you would have to come a time and come to Dangriga when it's a part of our celebration. So, you know, we took what we had to take for making that move back then. And I believe that the only opportunity she had to see what the culture was the 19th of November. Well, for today, this time, yeah, it's just a private thing and she's giving back. But we have to be mindful of culture. No one culture survives on its own. Yeah. And so when you have, oh, this is my culture, and this is our culture. We are who we are because what we do and we cross. You understand me? We have Aurelio playing in Spain, all over the world. If those people would say, no, we don't want any other culture, we only want our culture. And so it's now our time to share. Take it out of your mouth. It has become our time. No, and I'll tell you a true experience. I remember a couple of years ago, we did a project called Black Caribs of Belize with a group in Spain. Not Spain, they were from London. We did a musical project. And they wanted traditional Garifuna music. They wanted Dogo in the performance. And I was very, very nervous with it. And they had this one guy who went and said, no, I'll take them to speak to the Bouye and everything. And so the next day we came and they, about 5 or 6 ladies, all over 80. They did their song, one take.
Wow.
With the recording.
Powerful.
The woman came there, she said, don't be afraid. I didn't say anything to her. She said, don't be afraid. It's time for the world to know about us. Yeah. I never forget that. Nice. And so it's manifesting itself in all different ways. And the spirit of Andy Palacio, I'll tell you that. The spirit of him is there. On Sunday, Aurelio does a tribute to Andy Palacio in Dangriga, free for all. It's about it. This Sunday coming, and it's going to be about Andy and his life. 10 years since he died this year. Yeah.
But you know, time is not on our side, and that's the hurtful part of it. But it's like a bittersweet moment. Reason being, it's because we know that soon we'd have to go. So let's jump on into the concert. And the reason for the concert, you know.
Yeah, I'd like to. You know, we've been talking about the substance of it, but there's another. That's the beautiful thing about our culture. There are 2 dimensions to it. There is the substance of it, and then there's the entertainment of it. What can I look forward to? I know there are always surprises. Will there be a prelude of some of the paranda work going on? I for one, when I go to concerts, I love when the artists sing soulful, when they come out of what we expect them to sing, and they maybe a love song, a Teddy Pendergrass or a Patti LaBelle or something. God, you know, that's when the whole crowd. You know, what can we look forward to? What's special?
We're gonna cook something.
What something, huh? But yeah, so the benefit concert is tomorrow. It's Saturday.
Saturday night at the Blackout. Ocean View. And well, the prices are spoken. But what I would like to do to encourage every person who could come out and support countrywide. Yeah. Because then I think that the initiative for ecumenical is a very, very huge one and an impressive one. Of
course it is.
And I usually say it begins with us. And so if we have this level of international support for us, coming to do this for us, then there is the little we can do for ourselves. I find with $50 and with $60 and go buy our tickets and come. And I commend ecumenical for such a move. And I'll personally commend Nadia Bernadette Martin Carlis for her drive. Because even when we said yes, okay, tell me this, and she stayed on us so that we're on the same page. We have and Cyril and I'll give it to the principal, Jackie, because we have done a couple things to her. We have gone to her for different things because her openness to things like this allows it to happen. Because you have to have that person who said, I'm willing to try. And I've seen her over the years being that person who's willing to try.
Dangriga again, I swear. But guys, time is not on our side, it's a T. let's get your final words. Your final words, Belizean.
Well, final words for this show.
Sure.
You're right.
Make sure me see you at Feel Away come out, and you know this is your thing. I'm here to give support as are the other artists, but this is your thing. This is for you, for your children, for your future. This is this embracing of your culture. So come out and make we have a good time together and get this thing going.
Really?
So, udat na halaya, afedo hama balisina. Balisina giao. Garifuna frumia ba balisina. Leo wonder lida aba. Sungu bay lida aba lere guandi palacio. So ni halida no wonder lida aba, sungu bay lida aba luga aba la wanyo hani anichigu wanyo hani uyanu wanyo hani le wamabe hichu wayuna guon. So I'm happy to be here, you know. Gracias por invitarme a este programa.
Yeah.
Estoy feliz de estar en Belice, invitarlos a este concierto para recaudar fondos para una escuela y que realmente podamos celebrar la música con los niños en Belice, en todo Belice, a nombre de los indígenas, de los garífunas, de los criollos, a nombre de todo Belice. Seguramente van a venir también alumnos de otros países de Centroamérica a estudiar en esta escuela porque no hay mucha oportunidad. O sea, thank you so much. Gracias a todos.
All right, you know the song? Sungu Bailida Aba, Waguaraliwama. Sungu Bailida Aba, Waguaraliwama.
He said, "Yo, fegela wago, arihawa maitia, larugo gabina file." He said, "Yo, agugawa maile widu baby kiwayu mabu, tautaru manigi."
That's how we wrap things up for this segment. When we come back, it's going to be Digi Belize. We'll be exploding with more things. Open your eyes. Fun Friday right here on 5. We'll be right back.